morning, everyone. By the way, I am Irene Rubiena. This morning, I am going to discuss about the text structure. So when we say text structure, it refers to the ways that authors organize an information in the text. For our objectives, first is to analyze the structure of a text. Second is to identify the signal words for a different text structure. And last is to explain why a particular text structure is used for a particular passage. Let's begin with a question. What is a text structure? When we say text structure, it is a way for the author to organize the text so that the readers understand the message. For instance, a builders can use different kinds of structure to build different things. A skyscraper, for example, is a different kind of structure from a house. And what is a text structure? Writers use different structures to build their ideas. Each text structure communicates ideas in a different way. So for example, we have the fiction and the non-fiction. So for the fiction, we have the story elements, which includes the character, the setting, conflict or resolution, and the plot. So for the non-fiction, we include the cause and effect, the sequence, the problem or solution, the description including the compare and contrast. Why do we need to learn about the text structures? So because a non-fiction texts are not built like a narrative text. They don't have rising action, plot, or etc. In the given illustration, it uses the Venn diagram and the T-chart. So how text is organized? So all our stories are chronological. Non-fiction is lots of text structures. Each paragraph may be different. So we'll learn these 5 types. What are the 5 kinds of the text structures? First is the chronological. Second, we have the sequence. Third, we have the compare and contrast. Fourth, we have cause and effect. And lastly, we have the problem and the solution. Let's begin with chronological order. So sometimes the author uses a chronological order to explain how things happen in order. Chronological order is also called as the sequence or a time order. You will know that you are reading in a text in chronological order because you will see the words like first, next, later, then, and finally. In the given example, we have in order of time. So chrono, which means time, stories are told in chronologically. So for example, we have the timeline. On 1882, he or she was born. On 1906, he or she get married. And 1948, he or she is died. So for example, another example, we have move away. So met the girl, then next is to fall in love. Second type of text structure, we have the sequence or the order of the importance. It is the steps that describe in the order they occur. For example, get a bread, open jars, spread the peanut butter, spread jelly, combine slices, then enjoy. Another example, which is the step-by-step process. Put on shoe, make 2 loops, the loops together, then tighten the laces. So it does not take place at any point in time. We have the description and we also have the signal words. So when we say sequence, it describes the events in the order that they happen, tells us how to do something. So we also have the signal words. So first, second, later, next, then, finally, dates, after, when, before, since, now, and previously. In sequential order, the text that follow this structure tells the order in which steps in a process or a series of events occur. So we have the questions to consider: what happened, what is the sequence of the events, what are the sub-stages. We also have the graphic organizers that is being used. For example, we have the flow map, the multi-flow map, and we have the timeline. We also have sequential order signal words. So we have after, afterward, as soon as, and we have before. So after, we have during, immediately, next, preceding, third. For afterward, we have finally, initially, not not long after, second, and we have today. For as soon as, we have first, later, now, soon, until, and we have before, following, meanwhile, on, then, and we have when. We also have a graphic organizer to use in order to um, make the events in order. So we have the given illustration. We have on event 1, event 2, 3, 4, and we have the event. So meaning to say, we're going to use this graphic organizer if we have a series of events to organize. Another structure, sometimes a writer wants to explain how one event leads to another. This kind of text structure is what we call the cause and effect. So we have the description of the cause and effect. When we say cause and effect, the causes of an event and its resulting effects are being presented. So we have the signal words. First, we have F or then, as a result, therefore, consequently, since, before, hence, thus, this lead to. So this cause and effect explain the reason why something is really happened, or it explain the effect of something. For example, why the dog run away? So that is the effect. The cause is might eating it, not feeding it, or not loving it. Another, the effect is the lot of karate movies in 60s. So the cause is many karate schools open, nunchuck sales increase of 400%, or the hospital cases went up. What are some signal words for cause and effect? First, we have on account of, as a result of, due to, consequently, since, because, thus, this led. For example, we have the given situation. So we are going to determine which of the scenario is the cause and which is the effect. So for example, baby painted turtles spend all winter in their nest. They have special chemicals in blood that can keep their blood from freezing. As a result, the baby painted turtles can survive freezing temperatures. If we are going to determine the cause in the given scenario, we can determine that it is on the second sentence. So they have the special chemicals in their blood to keep blood from freezing. And now let's determine the effect on the given scenario. So basically, the effects is on the last part of the sentence. So it is, as a result, the baby painted turtles can survive the freezing temperature. We can also use this graphic organizer in presenting the cause and effect relationship. So we have the cause, and on the right side we have the effects. Let's review our past discussion. So which text structure tells about how things are similar and different, and that is what we call the compare and contrast text structure. While on the other hand, when we refer to the text structure that explains how the things happen in time order, it refers to the chronological order text structure. We also have problem and solution text structure. So sometimes the author states a problem and the solution. So it is similar to the cause and effects. So we have the given example. For the problem, the eagles were in danger. So for the given solutions, we make laws to protect them. So basically, an effect with an opinion and an answer. Other kinds of text structure, okay, is what we call the problem and the solution text structure. So sometimes an author want to explain a problem and then show one or more solution. So what is a problem and a solution text structure? So we have the description. So it refers to a problem and or solution. Problem are printed. And when it's a problem and solution text structure, a problem and one or more solution to the problem are being presented. So we also have the signal words. Problem is, solution is, F or then, to solve the problem. Okay, we have the scenario about an example of problem and solution. So, for example, a park school had a terrible problem. Every day at recess, students would argue over the slides. Teacher had to spend time every day taking care of the arguments. Finally, one teacher came up with a great solution. They bought another set of slides that everyone could enjoy. So, can you find the problem and the solution in this paragraph? The problem in the given scenario is located at the second sentence of the paragraph, wherein it is every day at recess, students would argue over the slides. So we can use the given illustration. So in the given illustration, we have the problem and we have the set of the solution. Another text of structure wherein suppose an author wanted to explain how these two birds are similar and different with each other. So chronological order wouldn't work. There is no order of the events. The author would need to use what we call the compare and the contrast. So we have the compare and the contrast. So when we say compare, we are finding for the similarities. When we say contrast, we are finding for the differences. Shows what in common and what's in the difference. So between an apple and orange, for example. So for it's alike, they are both fruits. They have seeds and they are both healthy. So for its differences, its color, the taste, and the locations. So what are the some signal words for the compare and contrast? We have both, but, however, nevertheless, on the other hand, in contrast, different from, the same, like, and unlike. To organize the details from a paragraph in compare and contrast, we use the Venn diagram. So that's how the Venn diagram look like. So at the left and the right side, we have the differences, and at the middle, we have the similarities between the situation. Next, we also have the description text structure. So what is a description? When I say description, a topic is described by listing the characteristic, the features, the attributes, and the example. We also have its signal words. So for the signal words, we have for example, for instance, such as, it's like, in addition, also, including, in particular. And what is the description paragraph? So in this kind of paragraph, the author offers a main idea statement and then supports that statement with several details. Let's try to read an example of an descriptive paragraph. The pond was beautiful place to visit. The falling leaves, all different colors, decorated the surface of the water. At the edges of the pond, small white flowers grow. The golden forest glowed faintly in the distance. Now let's determine the main idea in the given description paragraph. So the main idea is located at the first sentence. The pond was beautiful place to visit. And all of the other sentences explain why the main idea is true. So for example, we have the falling leaves, all different colors, decorated the surface of the water. At the edges of the pond, we have small white flowers grow. The golden forest glowed faintly in the distance. On the given illustration, we can use that in a description paragraph text structure. We have the main topic placed at the center, then at the sides of the main topic we have the different ideas or the supporting details that will explain our main idea. In summary, text structure refers to the organizational pattern or framework writers use to structure and present information in a written work. It involves how the content is organized, the relationship between the ideas, and the overflow of information within a text. By using strategies such as recognizing signal words, examining the organization, and considering the purpose of a text, you can unlock its meaning and engage more effectively with the content. Additionally, exploring the five specific text structures through example can deepen your comprehension and help you apply the concept in different contexts.